Hi, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how I solve this problem. And the name of the problem is sorting numbers from greatest to least in an array. So given an array such as this, we're gonna sort these numbers that make up the array from greatest to small to least in order like that. So the three steps I took for this program is first, the index 0 will check the rest of the numbers in the array and find the largest value and exchange it, and then increase the index by 1. These three steps will be repeated until the end. And I used a while loop and then a for loop to solve this problem. So the example we'll be using is this array called score. And we have these 6 scores here, and we have to, the result should be like so: 80, 70, 50, 20, 10, 7. This is the order that it should be in from greatest to least. And how I did this is, first I have an integer variable called idx, and then I initialize it as 0. And then this while loop will run until idx, as long as idx is less than the length of score, which is 6. So in this for loop, it's gonna start from a number 1 greater than idx. So currently I will start from 1, and idx is still 0. And this will also run until the end of the array, increasing by 1 intervals. So if score idx is less than score idx is currently 0, so it would be 50, and score I be 80. If score idx is less than score I, and which it is, 80 is greater than 50. So which means that 80 should be in front of 50 in the array. So we're going to switch 80 and 50 in positions. So in temp, we'll have score idx, which is 50. Score idx will have score I. We're going to put score I, the value in score I, into score idx. And we won't have to worry about this information being deleted or replaced, because we already stored it in this variable called temp. And that is the use of this variable, just for a temporary use, just to store it. So score idx would now have 80, which was originally score I. As you can see here, score I, which originally had 80, will contain 50. So what will happen here is it'll become 80, 50, 7, 20, 10, and 70. So that is the first round. And now I will increase to 2. idx stays the same because it only increases after the for loop. And then we will check once again if score idx, which is currently now 80, is greater than score I, which is score I. I is 2, so 7. If you have noticed, we will keep continuing to compare the first value of the array with the rest of the values to find the greatest number of the array. So again, we're gonna check, and 80 is not less than 7, so this is gonna skip, and then we go to 3. 80 is not less than 20, nor 10, nor 70. So this for loop would keep going, and the result we would get is 80 will be in the first index value of the array. Now everything will reset, And IDX, since we're out of this for loop, IDX will become 1. Because IDX is increased by 1. And then we'll come back to the for loop since IDX is less than 6. 1 is less than 6. So this for loop would go again. But this time I would start from 2. So we are comparing this value with the rest. Since we have already seen that 80 is the biggest among all of the numbers, we're now going to see if the the value in the second index of the array is the second greatest. So we want to put the second greatest number at the second index of the array. So we're going to look for that among the numbers excluding 80. And if we go again, score IDX is 50. So remember, this is how the array has been changed until this current point. 50 and score I is 7. Since 50 is greater than 7, this if statement does not correspond, and I would increase to 3. If it increases to 3, 20 is not greater than 50. So we'll skip again, become 4. 10 is not greater than 50, so it will become 5. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 70 finally is greater than 50. So we'll go into this if statement, and temp would equal 50. And score IDX would now equal 70 because it exchanged. And this is not max IDX, this is score I. Score I would equal 50 because the temp goes into 50. So now on the second step would be 80, 70, 7, 20, 10, 50. You can see here 50 and 80 has been exchanged in this array, and the second turn around the while loop 70 and 50 have been exchanged. So we got the first two greatest numbers, and we're going to continue comparing the other 4 to find the order that this array should be arranged in. And following this pattern, it will result in 80, 70, 50, 20, 10, and 7. So this is just the part that I'm printing out the final result of score. As we can see here, the console, we got the correct answer. Yeah, we got the correct answer. Everything is arranged from greatest to least, 80, 70, 50, 20, 10, 7. And if we try to change the numbers even, like 100, 90, I don't know, 100, 90, 80, 20, 10, and 1. So we can see that this program actually does work for any values that are put in. And yeah, that is it for this video, and thank you for watching. Bye.